Amanda is tripping balls. We find out Orcus's connection to the Wishees. Happy becomes an angsty teenager after his sexual escapades. And we end the show with a tableau of violence that is just magnificent. You are watching the Happy After Show here at AfterBuzz TV.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, AfterBuzzers!
What's up?
So good to see you guys. We're here for the Happy After Show. We're talking episode 7 of season 1, entitled Arlo and Maria. I am one of your hosts, Nikki Bailey, and I'm joined by the oh so very awesome Ricky Vitucci.
Yes!
I got your name
High
right?
five!
Yes!
She nailed it,
I
everyone!
She
nailed it!
Thank you.
Yes, as she said, I am Ricky Vitucci.
Not any number of other Italian names that I have said over the last several weeks.
Scaramucci, which is
a character's name. I
Close.
apologize. Okay. It's all good. So we have so much stuff to talk about this week because we got so many good revelations in this episode. So we're going to be going over Mary's visit to the prison. We're going to be talking about Sonny and who he is in disguise. We're going to talk about sex and Hailey and Amanda and their little family dynamic. We got a special segment also. So I'm just saying, let's just dive right in, Ricky. Give me your overall impressions of this episode.
Best episode of the season.
You think?
Best episode of the season. In a whole, it just revealed so much that we weren't expecting, like Sonny's real name, and now Hailey knowing who kidnapped her, and a bunch of, and all of these other things
Right.
that actually happened that we didn't even know. Great episode.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I think this was the episode we've been waiting for.
For
we
sure.
got so much information in this episode. I'm a little overwhelmed, and I feel like there's no way we're going to have enough time to talk about it all. So, like, let's just dive right in. Let's start with, we get into the show with Sax going to Shine Towers to go find Amanda. Actually, he doesn't even know Amanda's there.
No.
He's going to go, like, shut down Sonny
For
and
sure.
his orgy,
Yeah.
his Pervapalooza orgy. But he gets there, he sees Amanda, who's all, like, wearing white and, like, all beautiful, and finds out that she's pregnant. And his first question was, who's the father?
Yeah,
Because it could be him.
for sure.
I didn't realize that it could have been Sonny. So right now, just from the get-go, from that very first, like, little interaction, who are we thinking the father could be? It could be
The bug,
the bug.
but then it's not Sonny.
It could be. I think in this episode we find out that the bug is Sonny.
Yes.
Because someone calls him Mr. Bug. Was it Orcus? Somebody called him Mr. Bug.
Yeah.
So she could be pregnant by Sonny, the bug. She could be pregnant by Sax, Nick. She could be pregnant by Simon, who we haven't seen in a couple of episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And she could potentially be pregnant by the Wishys themselves.
Or
Like
anyone of
anyone else
those-
who was at that orgy.
Exactly.
Because we don't know what she did.
You know what? She needs to go on, is it Jerry Springer? Who identifies the father?
It's so true, right?
She needs to go, was it Maury? It's one of those talk shows.
I used to work for Maury Povich for that show. So yes, there's definitely a paternity test.
Figure that out.
Yes. Oh, totally. That's a good call, Ricky. Yes, she absolutely needs to be on one of those
Who
shows.
is the father?
Who my baby daddy?
Who's the baby daddy?
Yes. Oh my gosh. So Sax, his priority changes once he gets there and sees that Amanda's at the orgy, gets her back to the house that Mary is supposed to be trying to sell. I doubt that Mary is going to sell that house now after what happened to it in this episode.
Yeah, it's all done.
So Amanda gets there. She's obviously high.
Super high.
Super
Like
whacked
Electric
out.
Daisy Carnival high.
Whoa.
Like EDC high. Like
I don't even know what that kind of high is.
It's like Molly and shrooms and acid hits, and they're just like, oh my God, fairy tales. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Oh my God, so much. And this music is just so alive. Like,
Oh my gosh,
oh my
Ricky,
God.
I'm so enjoying you high. Like that was like
I'm just high
that
on
was
life,
like
everyone.
that was his like moment of being, if you're looking to cast somebody as a good high person.
That's me!
Ricky Vitucci is your man, people. Casting directors, holler at your boy. So he gets her back to the house. She's all frisky. She's all like, let's become a family again. Hailey walks in on that.
Yeah.
And they decide to sit down for a family dinner.
How lovely.
How lovely.
How lovely of them to have a family dinner for once.
The first time ever.
Ever.
And mom's high.
Super high.
Dad has no idea what's going on and is like this far from losing his crap, just trying to stay sober. Happy is floating around. Happy. Let's talk a lot. Let's go into Happy.
Yeah, that's that poor boy.
Poor Happy.
Poor little unicorn horse guy.
Oh my gosh. Because Bo Peep like ghosted on him. He got ghosted. He's smoking now.
She must be from LA.
Ooh.
Shots fired!
Ooh, Ricky calling out the LA girls. Oh, no, he didn't. So, you heard it here, folks. Ricky is not playing.
I ain't playing.
So I feel like I loved, first of all, when Happy tells Nick about his sexual adventure. Nick says, "Oh, so you got a little stank on the hangdown?"
I love that. I'm gonna use that every time. Well, not every time. Oh, whenever I get the opportunity.
Whenever there's, because we're both watching it, and we both at that moment were like, ha!
We both lolled together.
That was really good. A little stank on the hangdown.
Stank on the hangdown.
And you know, I mean, it's Happy's first time, right? Yep. And everyone has that experience of. Sure. You know, the first time, your first one, you get hung up on them, and Bo Peep was just not about that life.
I just think that it wasn't what she thought it was going to be. I think he disappointed her.
You think so?
I think so.
Well, we also got to see some flashbacks of Happy and his time with Bo Peep. Yeah. And she was not very understanding of the fact that it was his first time.
For sure.
She was like, don't use your teeth. And he's all like, I'm all teeth.
And then he like chomped on his teeth to make that sound. It was so funny.
It was really good. This is like a laugh out loud episode. Yeah. There are a lot of moments. I really think that, what did you think of, like, do you think now that Happy's had this experience, how has he changed? Like, what are we seeing now?
I think he's a grown horse.
Oh, he's a grown horse now?
I think he's a grown horse unicorn thingy, that whatever you want to call him. He's an imaginative, he's just grown.
Yeah, right?
He's popped it. He doesn't have a cherry to pop. Well, he doesn't have a cherry to pop.
Popped his unicorn horn.
Yes, he has. Everyone, the pipes are clean.
The pipes are clean of all
flooded.
the rainbow gunk. So I was really like, I think that we are now seeing Happy in his adolescence. So I feel like he's now really reached his teenagerhood. Like, even the whole way that he was acting with Sax. Yeah. The whole, like, you can't make me, and I'm going to just put my headphones on.
Yeah.
And he's like,
such a teenager.
Right. Like, he didn't want to eat dinner with the family, and he's got all this attitude. Yeah. So I don't know. I really felt like I'm kind of feeling myself like, I don't know where Happy is headed, and I'm concerned for him. I feel like, you know, he's losing his innocence and maybe even a little bit of like what he knows about his purpose, because like suddenly he doesn't want to do any of this stuff. He doesn't want to, like, you know, he doesn't want to be a lookout or help Nick. He wants to think about Bo.
What does that sound like to you if you were a parent and your kid was grown up? That's a teenager right there.
That's a teenager. Yeah.
He is in his teenage years, going through puberty, and this is what teenagers do. Like, but kids. But he's just the same motions. He's growing up like the kid is.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe I wonder, I don't know, do you think maybe it's a little ahead of his time? I know Hailey growing up, it's a little ahead of her time. But do you think Happy's like, I mean, is he managing, do you think?
I think he's figuring it out. I think he's figuring it out as it goes. I think this is all new to him, and he doesn't. It's all different. It's all new. He doesn't know how to deal with everything. You know, he's going through all of these emotions and these feelings, and he's going through all these experiences. He's just literally going through life, but in his world.
Yeah, and
Right?
it's not too different, I guess, from
No.
what a kid would go through. But I guess imaginary friends have to have their own evolutionary process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just life.
It's life, right?
In existence. It's called existence.
It's called existence.
Yeah.
You know what? I just want to, before we move on, I am super psyched about our existence here at AfterBuzz.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do we I think we should talk about that a little
Yeah.
bit. Let's.
I actually have something to say about your existence.
Ooh.
You like
good
that?
transition.
You like that?
That was
Hey!
nice.
So I want to say thank you so much for making us the ESPN of TV talk. And speaking of existence, we can't do this without you. So for us to stay on air, we're going to need your help. So can you please, if you're watching this, because you are watching this, and don't lie to me saying that you're not, hit the subscribe button below. You are listening to our podcast. Follow us on iTunes and subscribe to our podcast. And one of the most important things is to please leave us a comment, because Nikki and I read all the comments and we reply to all the comments. And we love hearing what you have to say and feel, and anything, good or bad. Just say it. We're both from the East Coast. We could take it.
We can handle it.
We can handle it. And thank you for being a part of the AfterBuzz family. And we love you.
Aw, that was so sweet, Ricky. Okay, so back to the show. So we see that Mary doesn't take up a lot of space in this episode, but her moment is huge. We see Mary go to the prison, and she meets with Assunta. What was her name? Assunta
call her
Bianchi.
Nonna is what I call her.
Nonna. Yes,
That's
she's
what
a Nonna.
she's a Nonna.
Absolutely a Nonna. So you guys remember that that Blue's sister and their, I guess, grandmother or mother came to visit him in prison. Her mother came to visit him in prison. She reveals that Blue's got Orcus living inside him, and the only way, and she decides to trap Orcus inside of Blue by killing the sister.
Mm-hmm.
So Mary's like, I've seen some stuff in the last couple of days. I need you to explain stuff to me. And so Assunta explains via this amazing historical reflection.
For sure.
And she explains that Orcus, the god of death, has throughout history identified great figures, great people, and then at the moment of their greatest need, basically made a deal with them to give them all of the power and whatever that they wanted, but obviously in exchange for they have to pay some price, right? So, and that Orcus sends, he sends what are called lemuras, which I looked up. A lemura is a shade or a spirit of the restless or the malignant dead from Roman mythology. So what we find out is that Orcus is actually the boss of the lemuras, and the lemuras are the Wishees.
Oh my Lord.
So we have been waiting
Revealed.
a season and a half to find out what the hell these Teletubby-looking motherfuckers are. It's a late night show. I think I can cuss, but we're gonna go because it's happy. They cuss throughout the show, right? So did that blow your mind or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But so the curtains are back.
The curtains are drawn.
They're open. Now we know.
But you know what? We never, in all of our theorizing, we did not think that the Wishees would be directly connected to Orcus. We thought, I'm just trying to remember, did we ever predict that? I don't think we did.
No.
We did not see the Wishees being connected to Orcus coming at all.
You know what? I like that though. I like that we were wrong.
Yeah.
Because that means that the writers did a very good job at the writing of the show.
Yeah.
I kind of think that if the viewers could predict what's going to happen, not a good job with the writing. But the fact that I'm sure no one thought that.
Right.
That's a great job.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I feel like they set us up for the reveal of a lifetime here. Because we have been thinking that the Wishees were aliens of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
But come to find out, there comes some kind of evil spirit or malignant spirit, potentially even the malignant dead. They may actually be like ghosts or haunts of some, like maybe what if they're like the ghosts of some of these creatures, some of the people
That have died?
yeah,
Like Martin Luther King
because
and
the idea
Lincoln.
is that like each one of them achieves greatness, but then they die tragically.
And then they go on to the next life,
so
which
what if it's becoming a Wishee?
that was a good hypothesis.
What? We breaking
like
it
that.
down, y'all.
I
Breaking
like
it
that
down.
hypothesis.
What?
Hey, girl, get it.
Thank you. You
Chop,
know
chop.
what? Don't mess with us. We know what we're talking about, okay? So, but it was really cool to see all these sort of historical photos with Wishees in the background.
Yeah. It was funny though.
It was
It's like
funny,
this
right?
fat blob just like deep into the background.
Deep in the back, watching Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like we damn know that there was no Wishee when Martin Luther King was there.
Right, there's this Dr. Martin Luther King who's like, and upon that hilltop, I see a giant bubblegum looking alien. No!
And he's white!
And he's white! Oh my gosh. So I think that was like a huge reveal. I think for me, this episode gave us so many like questions, answers, like everything from like even the whole fact that that Sonny is the bug. Orcus says to him, he calls him Mr. Bug.
Mm-hmm.
So like we know that now.
And we know his name. His name is Lewis.
Oh, Sonny's name.
Sonny's name is Lewis because when Orca went to the
Orcus,
house.
yeah, uh-huh.
Right. When he went to the house, he called
Yeah,
Sonny
he
by
did.
his
He
name.
said hello, Lewis. He
said
did.
Lewis. So now we know Sonny's real name.
Sonny is being
He's-
all kinds of uncovered.
He's getting it. He's gonna
and
get
so
it soon.
now we find out, okay, so obviously then Orcus had identified Sonny as one of these potentially great men.
Yep.
And Sonny, when they're having their little conversation, so Orcus sits down with Sonny. He's trying to school him on being a higher quality individual.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're going to be a villain, you should be the kind that watches and listens to opera.
For sure.
Right? So he offers him, he says, you can be as big as Captain Kangaroo or Mr. Rogers, but you could be as big as Lenin or Martin Luther King. Like, which do you want?
That's massive.
And Sonny's not buying it until Orcus says, or Diana. Because Diana,
Princess
Princess
Diana.
of Wales, is that what she was? What was she?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No idea.
I didn't follow the royals. I'm sorry. Princess Diana and Harry
R.I.P.
and all of the guys. I'm sorry. But that is what makes Sonny kind of like alive again. So I don't know. I'm thinking that Orcus is double dealing here. Because then we see Orcus a little later. We see that Smoothie has a conversation with Orcus. So we see that flashback of how Smoothie ends up with the rabbit eye, which is Sonny.
Sonny did it.
Sonny did that to him.
Fucking Sonny.
Fucking Sonny. And like,
I can't stand him so
yeah,
much.
right? I mean, here's the truth. I love him. I love the character.
Great character.
I love the performance.
Great actor, but Sonny itself,
Just
I want to just beat him up.
despicable, right? Because he's like this beloved children's performer, but he's evil as hell.
He's evil.
So yeah, but we see what is at the root of Smoothie's desire to get back at Sonny. He does something to his eye. He's got him under his thumb. And we see that Smoothie's trying to get out of the hospital. He falls to the floor, and who does he look up to see but the Teletubby Wishees, who speak to him. He can hear them.
And understand them.
And, right, he can hear and understand. They're chirping and warbling, as the DirecTV subtitles say, the chirping and warbling. So and then Smoothie leaves there, goes to. I'm guessing that the Wishees gave him the direction to go visit Orcus in prison.
For sure.
So when he got to prison and he met with Blue. Like, this must have been, like, this was a flashback. So it must have been earlier, like, before Orcus had taken such complete control over Blue, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
I think so.
And Orcus tells Smoothie, like, I'm gonna kill Sonny Shine. But now I'm confused. Like, are you confused? Because now I'm like, Sonny so Orcus is going to kill Sonny Shine. We know that because that's what Orcus does.
I've become a fan of Orcus for a second.
Really?
Just because
he's going to
he's
kill
gonna
Sonny?
kill Sonny. Until he kills him, I don't like him anymore. But as of right now, I'm
You're
a
kind
fan
of
of
like-
Orcus.
you're on
I'm
his
like,
side?
yes, let's kill this mother.
So did that confuse? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm not confused. I'm going to talk it out with you. We
Yeah.
can see if we can make
Yeah.
it work. Okay, so Sonny is going to die just because he's one of Orcus's chosen leader men,
Mm-hmm.
right? So he's going to get killed on Easter Sunday. That's what with Nona says, that he's going to get killed on. Like that's what's going to happen. So why then does Orcus need Smoothie to be involved with the killing of Sonny?
Because Smoothie reports to Sonny. So maybe Smoothie has some sort of this. Maybe he knows something about Sonny's weak point that could allow Orcus to get in. I don't know.
But then fast forward to like current day, Orcus is in Sonny's mansion. He has just as much access to Sonny as Smoothie does. Why does he need Sonny involved in the
That's a good question.
the sort of conspiracy to take Sonny down? I mean, maybe this is something that's going to be revealed to us as we go along.
Yeah,
So we
I
can
mean,
just-
has to be.
has to be.
It has to be.
What are we on? Episode 7?
7, yeah.
So, episode 7, the title is Arlo and Maria, which was like a really cute explanation of the title. So, at their little fake family dinner, Amanda and Sax tell this really great story about how Amanda lost her wedding ring and how Sax found it for her and Nick found it for her. What did you think of that whole like dynamic of them telling that story together at the dinner table? And
It was sweet. It
Yeah.
was something that, a kid wants to hear not wants, but like if their parents have a story to tell. It's like, oh, me and your dad, when we got married and went down to the Jersey Shore to a restaurant and blah, blah, blah. And I lost my ring and your dad was, so eager to find the ring and he searched through every crack in the place and then found the person that was there that cleaned the I mean, I think Hailey enjoyed it because it was kind of them. It was kind of a bonding moment. It was like a
Yeah.
family story
Yeah.
before she came into the picture.
yeah, it was like the first time that she's getting to see
Exactly.
her parents as a couple.
Exactly.
And like the first time that we're getting to see really that Nick and Amanda had something special, you
Yeah,
know, like because
yeah.
all we've really seen is their dysfunction. So like, I don't know, for me, it made me kind of, I'm like, now I'm kind of shipping them. I'm like, I ship them now because I'm like, you know what, if Nick could get himself together
This could work.
now if Amanda can get off of like her wishy splooge juice, then, like it could work.
AKA crack.
AKA crack.
It could
right?
definitely work. If,
I don't know.
If
I
they
think
both,
it could.
I think Nick is there though. I think if Amanda was good to go, and she wasn't high and pregnant, I think that could have worked.
You think Nick would be in for it?
I think so too. I think Nick has grown a great deal, and we've seen it. We just see a lot of his bad moments, but it's bad moments. It's when bad comes and finds him. He can't just be like, no. Like he has to do what he has to do.
He has to do right. He has to handle business.
So I think Nick has grown and has become a better person. I don't even think, I know Nick and Amanda have flipped roles.
Yeah. I mean, really, they have, right?
Amanda was the old Nick, but worse.
Yeah.
And Nick is Amanda.
And she told him, like, I went through years of you as an
Yeah.
addict, right? So, like, you can handle 10 minutes of me
sure.
losing my stuff.
But Nick was not pregnant.
And
Wait, we don't even know who the baby
we don't
daddy
know who
is.
the baby daddy is. And so, okay, so then Nick takes Amanda, ties her up so that she doesn't go back to Sonny Shine because she is jonesing so hard for whatever this drug is that Sonny's given her, which comes from the Wishees, I guess, that she's ready to go back to Shine Tower.
Yeah.
Nick ties her to a chair in the basement and has Hailey watch over her.
Horrible call.
Okay?
Nick, I'm sorry, but you failed in this one.
Right.
You failed as a father. You clearly see. But this is classic Nick, though.
Right.
Because this is what Nick does. He left her. Nick leaves Hailey with the mother. not suitable to watch a kid.
Yeah.
Hailey, Nick leaves Hailey out in the diner booth all by herself. Not suitable to do that
Yeah.
either. You see Amanda's state. She's all cracked out on something. And then you leave her. She's hand tied with some wiring.
Right.
And I'm like, no, Hailey has a sweet spot for her mother because her mother raised her.
Yeah.
Horrible choice.
I agree. And also, like, how much can this little girl bear? Okay.
she's a strong girl.
She has been through so much. And I get it. Nick doesn't know how to be a good dad because he never had to be. Amanda's crazy at the moment. But now we understand, though, how Smoothie is able to sort of like sneak in and win Hailey's affections because over and over and over, her parents keep failing her. Mm-hmm. And it's tragic. The first season of this show, I almost couldn't watch because every episode there were kids in danger. And like kids in danger to me
Yeah.
is like, kept watching it because it's a really funny show. And it's funny in that way.
It's creative, too.
It's so creative.
Yeah.
And it's funny in that way. You know how when you see like, violence that you're allowed to laugh at? Like, that's what I love about this show. I'm allowed to laugh at it. But my heart breaks for this little girl and the talent of this little actress who is like...
She's really good.
She's so amazing. I'm looking for her name right now, and I apologize that I don't have it off the top of my head.
She has great hair, too.
But Hailey, played by Bryce Lorenzo, is just so, and the nuance that this kid gets, right? Like, that she can be both in facial expression, both angry and confused. And like, how old could she be?
I'm going to say
11,
she's probably
12?
12 years old. Nah, probably anywhere from 10 to 12.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, she's
so
great.
She's so good.
Yep.
And so and my heart breaks just watching her go through all this. But at the same time, this is just good television, everybody. Good television.
Great television.
So did you know when Hailey ran out of the house, like, she realized that she was going to untie her mom, but then she realized that her mom needed to stay tied up. Something's obviously wrong.
Because you realize, because she said...
The exact same words
that...
Smoothie said.
Exactly.
Yes.
And poor Hailey...
Yeah.
Because she doesn't know who to trust.
Right.
Except for now, she thinks that she could trust Smoothie, which I still don't believe.
Who's the only adult who's never lied to her. So, like, now you understand. Yes, sure, he kidnapped her and all that stuff. But, like,
Okay.
But he never lied.
No, he has not lied.
Yeah.
But, okay, so I wanted to read that quote. So Amanda, as Hailey was about to untie Amanda loose, which would have been a horrible idea, Amanda says... If you can't trust your parents, then who can you trust? And she immediately stopped.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah. She was like, ding, 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 flag on the play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personal foul, 15-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Yeah. I don't know what that means, but yeah. I don't do the sports. But so did you think when you saw so Happy comes in to tell Nick that something's happening because Happy's been keeping watch? Did you just know that that's where Hailey was going to go, that she was going to go directly to Smoothie?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I
Because
did
of the
too.
trust
Yeah,
part. And
yeah.
and Smoothie so far has been the only person in her life to never
Hasn't
lie to
lied.
her.
Yeah. And I wanted, like, and I get it. Nick is trying, like, Nick realizes something's going on. He runs upstairs to try to catch her, but sees the entire prison
Jesus.
coming for the house. So how much did you holler? Let's talk for a minute about the warden stopping at Starbucks.
And having his little
and he orders
red velvet pop.
Wait, but why did he order half decaf, half black coffee with an extra shot? Why do you need the half decaf with the extra shot of espresso in your black coffee?
Do you see how he's dressed? I don't think he knows anything.
He doesn't know.
He's wearing a hockey jersey from I don't even know what team.
And wait, why did it take him so long? He got so deep into the prison before he realized that there were no prisoners there.
Self-consumed. the prototype of a self-consumed human being.
He's just eating his little velvet cake pop, just chilling, and notices after he's deep into the prison, where the hell is everybody?
Where is everyone?
Oh, I know where they are. They're at Sonny's mansion because Orcus freed the entire prison.
Are the guards there too?
I don't know. We didn't see the guards. I don't like what's the assumption that we make about how they got out of prison?
They're probably dead.
You think?
I think the men in orange killed all the guards.
But you figure Orcus can control minds, right? And control bodies.
Yeah.
Like he might have just ordered the guards to open the door, but that seems like not his
That's
style.
too easy.
Yeah.
He wants to go out killing.
Yeah, he would kill.
He's a killer.
Yeah. What about, were you just, so Orcus tells Blue, only one of us could survive the fall. What did you think of, so they fall off, Pink and Blue fall off the top, off the building.
That's insane.
And then Blue, or Orcus, stands up as though he was coming out of Pink's body. Like, almost like Pink's body broke his fall.
That's exactly it. Pink's body broke the fall, and Blue / Orcus was standing through his body.
He was.
He was like in a circle through his stomach, which obviously his
all over
guts
him.
are all over the
Right.
floor now. But he was standing like Pink broke the fall.
That was amazing. That was like,
I thought it was a dream.
it was like so incredibly insane and ridiculous that I loved every second of, like, even the fact that there was blood and gore everywhere. I was there for it. Okay.
Yeah.
The whole thing. So Orcus, it gets out of prison, goes to Sonny's. Sonny's reaction when he gets home and sees Orcus in the house.
Yes. Freaking love it.
Oh my gosh.
Another thing revealed. Mm-hmm. Sonny, this powerful guy, never shows any bit of fright. The minute he spots his eyes on Orcus and knows he's in his mansion,
Who he thinks is just Blue.
right, freaks out
And screeches.
and screeches. Yeah. You know what, Sonny? You're getting what's coming to you, buddy.
Oh yeah. He's totally getting it.
I love
oh my
that
gosh.
part.
This actually,
I laughed out loud there.
Wait, well, look at this leads to our special segment. Our special segment tonight. Ricky, why don't you just tell us about what's gonna like our special segment?
Our special segment is the moment.
The moment that made us laugh out loud, the guffaw moment. Let us know what yours are. Comment, leave them so that we can know. I really think that my laugh out loud moment, that was it for me.
That was mine too. That was
like,
totally mine.
There were so many, but like that was my favorite moment when Sonny Shine loses all his cool. Well, first of all, the fact that he starts with the jumping rope and that thing.
This boy, he's
oh my God,
so extra.
I love the extra.
He's so extra.
Oh my God, if I were going to be an evil villain in a TV show, Sonny Shine would be the one I'd want to be. I'm sorry. Just the fact that all his clothes have
That's
glitter
right.
on them.
You
I
love glitter.
love glitter.
You poop glitter.
I poop glitter. So, but I loved that moment where he screeches, help! And he starts calling for everybody in the house.
And no one's there.
No one comes.
Yeah.
He goes over to the fireplace, gets a stick. I mean, I could barely contain myself. That was a really hilarious moment. So thank you all. Thank you for writing that.
That was
just an amazing
a great moment and a great episode.
It really was.
I love how everything in this episode we're seeing so much more. So many more things have been revealed.
Yeah,
and it's great. But that specifically, with Sonny just fright out of his pants, grabbing, like, what is that gonna do?
Right.
It's Orcus.
Right. There's no like.
There's no stopping
Yeah.
him.
So I don't know. I thought it was hilarious. It made me guffaw. I want to get back to the house before we run out of time. So we get back to the house. Hailey has run away. Sonny, no, there are too many S names. Sax, Nick sends Happy to follow Hailey to make sure that she's okay. Because he looks out the window, he sees all the prisoners in their orange uniforms rushing the house. And suddenly Nick goes into action. In the way that only Nick Sax could.
Classic Nick-esque.
Classic Nick Sax moves, basically destroying everybody. And it was a tableau So a tableau is like when people sort of like take positions, like you know what a tableau is, right? Like they
freeze.
They're kind of like actors who freeze and hold a scene.
It's a comic book way of showing a live scene.
Yeah, I think it comes from like Greek theater, Greek whatever. But anyway, I don't know. Could be. It could not be. I just made that up. But anyway, the tableau of violence at the end was amazing with these amazing shots.
Yeah, beautifully shot.
All of these prisoners in orange uniforms reaching for sacks, and he's hitting them with barbells, and we have these freeze frame moments of like fists going into faces and blood coming out. That was art.
Beautifully shot.
It was ridiculously over the top violent, but so much fun to look at.
And how much of a badass is Nick? He took on all of those guards.
Those guys.
There's like 20 guards.
Right.
He beat someone up with a kettlebell.
Well, like Sonny said, right?
He literally used kettlebells like they were brass knuckles.
Right. Well, like Sonny told Orcus, Amanda's boyfriend, Nick Sachs, is a super soldier. He must do bar method like every day.
Oh, he does a lot of that.
Another good line. So
he used to do bar method.
Right.
Get it? And so the ending, the bar comes back.
The bar comes back.
Yeah.
So I love that, right? So now we get to the end of this episode. Hailey, so Happy goes to follow Hailey, comes back to report to Nick, telling him that Hailey is with Smoothie. Nick digs his way out of a pile of bodies, and he decides to go get his daughter. He's not screwing around. Gone is the Nick Sachs that we have seen the last few episodes, trying to be clean, trying to do the right thing. No.
He's coming blazing.
He is coming back.
Guns
He
a-blazing.
went and found his long sleeve undershirt. He found his jacket with the hoodie.
With the trench coat.
With the trench coat.
Yeah.
He put on his gloves.
And the scarf.
His scarf. He found his Glock.
Oh, yeah. He's ready. He's strapped.
And
boy, strapped.
And most importantly for Nick Sachs, he found himself a bottle of booze and began to drink.
And it was a rosé.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. It was the bottle
was
of wine.
Was it a bottle of wine?
It was a bottle of wine.
I thought it was booze.
It looked like the bottle of wine that Amanda started pouring.
Yeah, maybe it was. But I loved that, it was like I have never in my life rooted for a known alcoholic in a television to start drinking again. But
Frank the Tank! Frank the Tank!
I was like, dude, yes, drink and go get your daughter. And it wasn't just drink. No, he didn't drink. He drank, y'all. He had sips. He had
gulps.
Gulps. He went in straight from the bottle on whatever he was drinking. And Happy was like, oh no, Nick.
Oh boy. He goes, well, there goes that bandwagon.
Right.
I think we're off that bandwagon or something.
Wagon. Yeah. No, so let's get into what are some predictions, because we have just seen that Nick Sachs is back in full effect. Predictions. Ooh, what do you think is going to happen? We are on episode 7. I'm guessing we have 3 more left. 2, 8, 9, 10. We have probably 3 more left. What do you think is going to happen?
So I think next episode will be Happy Easter. Mm-hmm. Because if you saw when Nick flung over his scarf, at the end of the scarf, it said Happy Easter. And that's how they cut this episode. That was the ending. So we may be seeing, my predictions is Sonny's time here on Earth as his great goddess gifted body may be coming to an end very soon, because Orcus is going to take him out and Smoothie is going to help him. And I can't wait to see all that stuff, because that son of a bitch is going to die. I can't wait.
I don't think it's going to happen.
You don't think it's going to happen?
I don't think it's going to happen.
You think Sonny's going to outsmart Orcus?
No. I don't think Sonny's going to outsmart Orcus. I think Nick is going to come on the scene and throw a wrench in every plan that Orcus has about taking Sonny out. So I think Nick's going to show up guns a blazing, booze a bustin', and whatever was planned for Easter is not going to go down the way they thought it was going to go down. Also, because if you kill Sonny, what happens to the show? So in my mind, you can't kill Sonny. But like, but we have a new villain now, so maybe you can. You know, now that we have Orcus and we know who is the power behind Sonny,
He could create anyone.
he could create someone new. So it's very possible that like maybe Sonny dies, Sonny gets killed on Easter, and now the mission that Mary and Sax has is to bring down Orcus, because it's possible that even killing Sonny is not going to solve their problems, right? So
Maybe Orcus is planning to make Smoothie the next Sonny. Hence why
yeah, maybe.
Orcus is going to Smoothie for help.
Maybe. So maybe
They may be plotting together.
yeah, like so maybe
to take him
Smoothie's the
down.
next great man that Orcus is going to bring up.
Yep.
And oh yes,
That's a
I don't
possibility.
know.
You know?
Guys, it is gonna be on for the next few episodes. If you are not caught up, get caught up. Comment on everything that we talked about in this episode. We want to know what you're thinking, because we are like losing sleep over this stuff. Okay, this is awesome. Love this show. So much more to happen. Big episode coming up next week with the Easter episode. I cannot wait. Woo!
And
Guys.
please comment below your predictions and like let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Because we just would love
We
to
love
know.
this. So, guys, we've had such a great time with you today. I am Nikki Bailey. You can find me on all the social medias at Nikki Bailey _ and at NikkiBaileyComedy.com. I also co-host the Rami After Show and the Now Apocalypse After Show if you want to catch some more of me. Ricky, where can folks find you?
Before I say about me, you should watch her after show on Rami. Number one, it's a great show and they do a great job. So
Aw,
definitely
thank
go
you.
watch that. However, you can find me on all social medias at Ricky Vitucci. And that's it. I'm mainly on Instagram, so really go to Instagram.
Yeah. Guys, we had a great time with you. Make sure you come back next week and subscribe and keep hanging out with us here at AfterBuzz TV.
Ciao, guys.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principal.